Welcome to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Truth. And as you can see, it's time to go back to the theater. And ladies and gentlemen, it's one of the latest animated films to come out for the holiday, starring Will Smith as a spy who's turned into a pigeon. My review of the 2019 animated film, Spies in Disguise, coming up now. Lance Sterling, the top secret agent in the HTUV, or Honest, Trust, Unity, and Valor, is caught in the middle of a huge misunderstanding. A cybernetically enhanced villain named Killian has assumed Lance's identity via hologram, making him look like a traitor to the Bureau. Sterling ends up getting help from an unlikely ally, Walter, a young genius who equips weapons for the agents. Walter ends up giving Lance a concoction that unknowingly turns him into a pigeon as a disguise. Now Walter and Lance find themselves on the run from the agency while trying to clear Sterling's name. So what did I think of Spies in Disguise? I thought it's a fun and zippy animated action comedy. The animation comes to us from Blue Sky Studios, which technically now makes it a Disney movie, or at least owned by them. While it doesn't quite have the visual flair of Pixar or Disney Animation Studios, it still pops pretty big on the screen with its bright colors and interesting character design. The film has a crazy premise, to say the least, which is very loosely based on the 2009 short Pigeon Impossible. While the film starts out giving us a standard movie spy setup, once Lance turns into a pigeon, things get rather unique. There's some pretty slick action sequences throughout that sometimes feel like something straight out of a live-action spy flick, including a cool car chase. While some of the pigeon humor can get a little old, there are some genuinely good laughs and creative bits, including Walter's geeky awkwardness, as well as some of the interesting inventions he makes, and the friendship between Sterling and a couple of fellow pigeons who become his friends. There's also a few moments that can get surprisingly emotional. The story can be silly, but appealing, and is packed with creative bits sprinkled in fairly often. While I expected to be annoyed, I thought the team-up of Lance and Walter works well, and found myself pleasantly surprised by their friendship. A lot of the characters and villains reminded me of a character straight out of a James Bond movie, which is mostly a good thing. There are a couple of supporting characters who are just kind of there and don't add much to the story. It felt like they could have been given more material, or could have just been totally eliminated. Nice work from the voice cast starring Will Smith as Lance Sterling, the best spy in the biz who finds himself turned into a pigeon while on the run. Tom Holland as Walter Beckett, the socially awkward genius who designs gadgets and ends up teaming up with Sterling. Rashida Jones as Marcy Capel, the security forces agent who's on Sterling's tail, and Ben Mendelsohn as Killian, the powerful mastermind with a bionic arm who controls an army of drones. Spies in Disguise is a surprisingly amusing animated film that's enjoyable for all ages. I'm gonna give it the rating of... do it. Alright, well that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/Westside515. Like you on Facebook, Facebook.com/WesTruthAlist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter and the Instagram @WesAlist. Until next time, truth out.